guys, it's Sarah and I am here today to do a review on Monsters, a Love Story written by Liz Kay. This book was sent to me by Putnam and they asked me to read it and do an honest review on my channel, and I agreed. This was published on June 7th and it is available now. This is a debut novel from Liz Kay, who is actually a published poet, and this is her first novel. And this is an adult contemporary. It follows a woman named Stacy, who is also a published poet, and an actor named Tommy DeMarco. This book is set in both Omaha and Los Angeles, and the only warning I will give about this one is that there's some very strong language in it, so if that makes you uncomfortable, just be warned that that's in here a lot. So we follow Stacy Lane, who is a published poet. She has 2 children and she recently lost her husband, and she's kind of left in a space feeling very lost. One day she ends up getting an email from a Hollywood producer, and he is expressing interest in adapting one of her books of poetry into a film. The next thing she knows, she's being swept off to meetings and she is part of making the film happen, and then she actually ends up helping to write the screenplay as well. One of the producers on this film is an A-list Hollywood actor named Tommy DeMarco. He is not only producing, but he's also acting in the film, and he is a very public womanizer and publicly kind of gets around a lot. Tommy and Stacy end up having a spark between them, and they act upon it very quietly. They keep it private, and they kind of just don't really expect anything from the other person. Stacy ends up dividing much of her time between Omaha, which is boring but safe, and Los Angeles, which is exciting but also dangerous. She definitely feels like she should be in Omaha, surrounded by her kids and her family, even though she still feels a little bit out of place there. But at the same time, when she's in Los Angeles with Tommy, she feels more like herself than ever before. There is something there between them, and neither one of them are really willing to explore it. They're both very stubborn about it, but there's still just definitely something there. They both continue to just live their lives separately, him in Los Angeles and she in Omaha, and whenever she goes to LA to be part of this movie production process, they just end up enjoying each other. Eventually, they are both going to have to come to terms with what's happening between them and how they want to handle it. Okay, so my thoughts on this book. This book really took me by surprise because I absolutely loved it. I had just come off a review book that I didn't love so much, so when I picked this up, I was a little bit hesitant. I wasn't sure what to expect from it. I picked it up one night when I got in bed, and I thought, maybe I'll just try to knock out like 50 pages, see what this is all about. And I ended up staying up till 2 in the morning and read over 100 pages in one sitting. I could not put it down. I absolutely love the characters in this book. Both Stacy and Tommy are both completely flawed. They both have a lot of issues that they have had to deal with in their life, and they really end up just kind of finding comfort in each other. I really, really love the banter between these 2 characters because they are both very hard-headed, and neither one of them will put up with any crap, which is it makes for some good banter between them, especially with Stacy to Tommy, because Tommy is an actor. He's used to getting what he wants whenever he wants, and no one questions him. And she does not put up with any of his crap, and that's probably refreshing to him and probably one of the things that really attracted him to her in the first place. The struggles that Stacy dealt with in this book were very, very realistic. She is a grieving widow, but enough time has passed also that it's appropriate for her to maybe think about moving on, and she ends up finding more than one option. So Tommy's not the only option in this book for moving on, and that is something that she struggles with as well. What's the right decision? And just something always keeps pulling her back to Tommy. And although their relationship may seem toxic, it's actually the best for both of them because they are their best selves when they're together. It's the problem that when they're apart is the problem. And I actually really enjoyed kind of the setbacks in the story. So this was not just like they meet and they can't stay away from each other and it's like, you know, they're together all the time. They separate for a lot of this book. This book covers almost 2 years, like the time span. So they meet in the beginning and then it goes through almost 2 years of them being in contact and, you know, going through all this together. So a good amount of this book, they aren't physically together, and so you kind of see them deal with that. Mostly Stacy, because this is told from Stacy's point of view, but you also, you get the story with Tommy as well through acquaintances and her talking to him. So you really get to see how Tommy affects Stacy, and in turn how Stacy affects Tommy as well. The writing in this was really done well, and I just really enjoyed it. It moved really quickly, and it never got boring to me at all. I was constantly just wanting to know what was going to happen, and I wanted to know if they were going to end up together. I wanted to know if she was going to stay in Omaha and, pursue a love interest there. I had no clue where it was going to end up going. So like I said, both of these characters were very flawed. Neither one was perfect, and they both had their issues, and they took their issues out on each other at times. So it wasn't like this 100% beautiful love story, but it was definitely moving. So if this is something that you guys are interested, you can go ahead and purchase this now. I will leave an Amazon link down in the description below if you want to check it out. But this was awesome. It was just a breath of fresh air for me, because I was feeling a little bit bogged down by some books, but this was just wonderful. It was exactly what I needed. And I loved it. I just loved it. So like I said, if you want to check this out, go ahead and click on the link down below. And thank you again, Putnam, for sending this book my way. I just absolutely loved it. It was such a nice little surprise, and I loved it. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.